So Once Upon a Time is back with the final 12 episodes of the series. And it is sad it is the final 12 episodes because our conversation with Once Upon a Time is now going to be limited. But I'm really excited with this episode because it was really strong. I enjoyed the flashback with Zelena and Nook. I love the fact that Zelena called to Nook. I thought that was hilarious. To the present day storyline with Zelena and Regina, and then also with Ivy, Victoria, and Eloise, and or Gothel, whatever you want to call her. I feel that the cursed names to the present day names are relatively interchangeable. So I do apologize if I do interchange them. But I really liked the episode. It was really well paced. The only thing I wasn't a fan of was the visuals, but I'm not a fan of Once's visuals overall. I mean, sometimes they're really cool, like their ice magic visual effects were really, really well done. But in the grand spectrum of it, I don't watch Once for the visuals, and I felt that the visuals in this episode were pretty cheap. They just seemed a little off to me, but again, I don't watch Once for the visuals. I watch it for the crossover of the fairy tales and the fun writing, and I have to say, it was both of that, and I really did enjoy it. Now, the one thing I want to highlight in the beginning of the review is the sacrifice of Lady Tremaine / Victoria Belfray. I did not expect Gabrielle Anwar's character to die so soon. It felt a little odd to me that her character just died. Now, I get why she died in the course of the episode. It made sense. It was really, really well done. Though, I will say it kind of felt like Snow Queen light because, Gabrielle Anwar was in about 11 episodes. I believe she's going to be in the one coming up as well. And the Snow Queen was in 9 episodes. But for some reason, I felt that when the Snow Queen died, I guess it was just like a bigger deal. That self-sacrifice because you had, Elsa, Anna, and Emma watch. And here you did have Ivy watch. And she was sad. But there was just, I feel there's a little discrepancy between the two deaths. It was still, like a Reformation death for sure, but I think you needed a little bit more of the character to be fleshed out to get that big impact to the audience. In fact, if her death was pushed to episode 12 and you had, this episode or the flashback of episode 12 focus on the relationship between Ivy and Victoria or Drizella and Lady Tremaine, so that way when Drizella is watching her mother die, you kind of feel for Drizella and you're like, wow, Lady Tremaine really did love her daughter, even though she treated her like crap. And that's just kind of like the one thing I do want to say about it is I just felt the death was a little bit too rushed. But at the same time, I'm kind of happy that they're weaning off some of the characters because I would say, or I have been saying, that the cast for season 7 is very heavy with a lot of characters. There's a lot of characters in this show right now. And I always feel that your attention gets diverted. And now without having Lady Tremaine there, you're kind of not going to think about her. Though I will say that Lady Tremaine's death will probably be a driving force for Drizella to get revenge on Gothel. Maybe she'll somehow get her magic back. I doubt that, though. Adelaide Kane, I followed her on her Instagram and Snapchat, or Instagram and Twitter. And I noticed that she's in Paris, so she's not filming anymore. So I do wonder, because she's not filming, if her character leaves the show pretty soon as well, which would be sad after Drizella died. Now, in terms of the episode, I did love the interaction with Gothel and Victoria. I thought that was really fun. I loved how, they tied in the Resurrection Stone to, from the flashback into the present day storyline. That was really cool. And then at the end of the present day storyline, Lucy woke up and then you have someone get murdered. You have a doctor, Dr. Sage, I believe, get murdered. And, in the promo, and we'll talk about that, they're saying that someone's killing witches, so I'm really curious who's going after the witches. Maybe it's an enemy of the Coven of Eight and doesn't want the Coven to be restored. Now, in the flashback storyline, we met Madame Leota, we met Robin. We haven't seen Tira Scovey be cursed Robin yet, so I'm curious how Zelena's relationship with her daughter in her cursed form will be. But, they did stick true to the casting call where Robin feels that she's in the shadow of her mother and her father. And, she goes to Gothel in order to essentially get out of the shadow of her mother. And then she decides, Gothel's not the way to do that. And it was a really nice, touching moment. I think Rebecca Mader pulled off being a caring mother. She had great lines with that were both humorous and dramatic, and I did enjoy it. I felt that Madame Leota should have had some type of cameo in the present as well. I'm curious what's going to be going on with her. If she does come back, I feel that it'd be a wasted opportunity if they don't bring her back, because I am interested as to how she got into the ball, because technically when the curse is cast in after Lucy turns 8 or whatnot. Madame Leota, I believe, is out of the crystal ball. So we're going to have to figure out how she got out and how she got in. I do want to see that at some point. So I enjoyed the present day storyline. I loved Colin O'Donoghue working with Rebecca Mader. It was really fun. They bonded, over being parents. And overall, it was just a really fun episode because, Emma Booth, I really feel, is getting into being Gothel. And Regina and Zelina had great moments as well. I didn't have a ton of things to say about the episode because I really felt that the death of Gabrielle Anwar's character really took it over, and then the end of it with the murder of the doctor. But I just loved all the team ups. Genetics don't lie, and it showed that Henry was in fact Lucy's father. So now we have to believe that, unfortunately. But that's being hidden as well. So now they don't have to worry about, Lucy dying or Henry dying if the curse breaks at the moment, because now they're going to be on a quest to figure out who is murdering all of these witches. So anyway, my thoughts on the episode, more or less pretty short, but it was a fun episode, enjoyable. I want to see more of Anastasia because with Drizella, with Gothel, taking a little bit of her magic, and then she seemed brainwashed after that. So I'm curious what's going to be going on with that. But the episode was fun. It was a good episode and it was very solid. So anyway, share your thoughts about the episode in the comments below. I'm sorry the review was just a little shorter than normal, but I mean, the main character died and it was fun and I'm looking forward to more. So I'll cover the trailer real soon and I'm looking forward to discussing the episode in the comments below. All right, guys. Bye.